Hey folks, it's Van Jongbeck again, and today I want to show you a very short trick how to make your turnarounds sound more modern. And this one's very easy. You take any tune, no matter what. We're in the key of C now, and the turnaround would be, of course, 1, 6, 2, 5, or just 1, 5, usually in Gypsy jazz, or maybe. There are a lot of options to play the turnaround, but basically it's 1, 6, 2, 5. So what you do now is you take a turnaround that's happening more in the music of the 60s, and this is the Ladybird Turnaround, playing C major, E flat major, A flat major, D flat major. And now what you do is you solo as if the band would play this Ladybird Turnaround, and even if the band is not playing it, even if the band is playing a pretty regular turnaround, it's still fitting all the time. And there are some ideas that you can play that are very common in jazz music. For example, the idea that John Coltrane used in Giant Steps. So you play and you end up on the 5th of C again for the beginning of the next part A. So I played like a C scale, the first 5 notes, but leaving out the 4th degree by playing C, D, E, G. And I left out the F. Now I do the same on every chord. E flat is E flat, F, G, B flat. On A flat it's A flat, B flat, C and E flat. And on D flat it's D flat, E flat, F and A flat. So let me demonstrate how that will sound in a tune. I have the chord changes to play back here from Exactly Like You. Very nice, right? So you got this modern sound like, and even if the band's not playing it, doesn't matter. You can play it any time. So what you can do if you want to practice this is, and that you can do that on your own, is taking several different ideas of how to solo within that concept. For example, using only the triad, like this is like you can play it at every point and pick whatever idea. And it's of course the most easy way to just take something that you can move along the fretboard. Remember, for a guitarist that looks easy, but this is something that you should use for your own advantage, because it's the advantage of our instrument that we can use something across the fretboard. For a piano player, stuff like that is hard, because he can't use the same shape on every point, on every place of the fretboard. So this is an advantage that we should use, which is very cool. Okay, the next thing that you can do concerning that turnaround, which is very modern, is using the at-9 voicings that Sting uses a lot in like, or whatever, Every Breath You Take. And this is like the same thing. You play the at-9 voicing, which is something like, if you're a rock guitar player, like a double power chord with C, G and D, and just play it over those changes. C at 9, E flat at 9, A flat at 9, D flat at 9. Sounds great again. Let's give it another try, and I will demonstrate that. And so on, And this is a great idea to use. And actually, that was the most simple hack. one thing in the end, this is the Ladybird Turnaround. What you can do to make it even simpler, and this is also a good trick to start the form, start the solo, or even end the tune, is instead of playing the whole turnaround, you replace the fifth, the G dominant 7 chord, or even the whole turnaround, C and G dominant 7 or 1, 6, 2, 5. You replace all that, maybe the last 2 bars in your head, with the D flat major 7 raised 11, and playing the D flat Lydian scale on that. The D flat Lydian scale. This is somehow the function of a tritone substitute, but it's not a dominant chord, so it's not really a tritone substitute. It's more like, I don't know, in Germany we call this one the Neapolitana. Don't know why. Neapolitana, some Italian city, that's how it's called in Germany. And you have this sometimes as the final chord of a tune, using the last progression like. And you can also use that very cool as the beginning of your solo, in the solo break. You know, for example, the band is playing last A. And this is a modern sound using the D flat major sharp 11. And to use the D flat Lydian scale on the last turnaround, that this is possible, I will demonstrate that for you again with the song exactly like you. Sound like this. We're in C, D, 2, 5. Very nice sound using the D flat Lydian scale. And this is maybe the most simple trick that you can use, and I hope that helped you. Try to somehow, you know, put that into your arrangements, and this is also a good trick that I want to share with you. When you make a record, or when you want to make a record, or when you want to make some, you know, program for a live concert, try to pick all these different ideas that you know to make every song unique, you know. For one song, you use this chord as the opening chord for a solo. Then in another song, for example, you're playing a tune that has a little rhythm guitar solo. Then you play a fast tune and there's a double bass solo where the double bass is only continuing walking bass and you do stops, you know. On the next thing, maybe there is a tune where you communicate with the whole band that every turnaround is played like the Ladybird Turnaround to add a different flavor. Then maybe you take different kinds of ballads. In one ballad, maybe you do like... You use this just 3 strokes, you know, and then a little rest. And so you can make every song, turn every song into something special. This is, I think, a good idea concerning rhythmical things and harmonics things. So, yeah, have fun with this. Try to transpose it all over the neck. And a good advice when you want to learn it is just like, in the next week, play every song with the Ladybird Turnaround. It is not so difficult, actually. If you are looking for a scale, this is the last thing that I want to show you. When somebody plays this turnaround, only the C major chord is actually in the key of C major. Though the tune is in C major, the Ladybird Turnaround is basically in C minor. So before you struggle with, you know, finding some scales to fight your way through that pretty harmonic, complex or advanced, sophisticated, whatever you call it, turnaround, you can just play the C minor pentatonic. That sounds great. It sounds good on all 4 chords. A little hack here. C minor pentatonic on the Ladybird Turnaround. I do that a lot. And the next thing would be using what I already showed you, this D flat Lydian mode, which is basically F minor, I guess. Yes. Okay. And this is like that will work. So I hope that helped you. This was a pretty short lesson, I guess, but I hope it will take your playing to the next level. See you soon. This was Sven Jungbeck for you. Bye.